Good morning, good morning. Testing. Dang, there's a little bit of a delay, but whatever. Good morning, Coop. What's up, what's up? We are continuing the bookmap adventures today. If you don't know, I have this new software that I'm trying to learn, which basically shows the orders on the chart. So it shows, it's called order flow. The software is called bookmap. The technique of using this type of software is called order flow, or I guess it is called order flow. It's what it is. I can't talk. Order flow is just looking at where orders are. Okay, so market just opened. Oh, man, looks like I lost connection to bookmap. Hello. And with that being said,
ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
Yes, Jacob, you got it. All right, so I marked out 23,800 because I did see some big orders sitting there, but it looks like that's not really, well, actually, it is holding pretty well right now. So here is bookmap. See that big fat red line? So some people were interested in selling above highs right now. And it looks like we're getting a bunch of these dots. I need to make these dots bigger. So these dots represent volume executions, or just order executions, right? Volume. So the bigger the dot, the more orders got executed there. And you can see right now, a lot of orders getting executed. Of course, this is the market open. So no point in really trying to jump in on this unless you get some balls of steel, which I don't yet. More like aluminum right now, but we'll get the steel one day. Maybe we'll get the diamond. Alright, so let's do some analysis. This is the 5-minute chart. So essentially what it looked like on the order book was that we wanted to sweep highs and take out some liquidity, which we still may even do. It's still possible. But I don't really see a lot of orders still sitting there. Let me see here. Yeah, I'm just gonna watch this play out. Could still sweep, could still tank down and, you know, go all the way. We know the NASDAQ loves doing that. We know the NASDAQ loves going up and then coming right back down. So we also hit that VWAP, second standard deviation, if it'll load. All right, so these are the highs. This is where all the liquidity was. It looks like we now have liquidity also resting right at these lows, which actually, wow, that's an order zone right there, and I just completely missed it. That actually would have been a fire place to put an order. All right. This is amazing. I love bookmap. I wasn't quick enough to put an order there, but I 100% would have. I mean, now it's hindsight, but I was trying to, but it happened too quickly. Okay, take a look at this. This is beautiful. This is actually beautiful. So this is an order zone. If you're new, I'm sorry. You go watch the free boot camp if you don't know what an order zone is. But really simply, we had resting lows here, liquidity, and a level of demand right here. Wow, that was perfect. Oh my God, look at that. So cool. This is where we suspect orders to be. But now comes in the bookmap. The bookmap confirms whether there are orders sitting there. Now check this out. Check this out. This is where, if you can see, I know it's a little hard to see, but this is that level of demand, right? Right here. This candle right here, same candle. That's the level of demand. These lows right here are these lows right here. Okay? Now see that orange right there? Oh God, TikTok can't see this. You see that orange? Okay, this was our order zone. right here. Okay, that's our order zone. Look at where the orange, that's orders sitting there. Look at that orange line right there, right before the order zone. Boom, comes in, takes out those orders, and it's a perfect trade. Amazing. Amazing. Look at that. Look at that. Any trades after Friday stream? Nope, nope, nope. I have not traded since Friday. Friday was a great day, even though I wasn't really trading my strategy. I was kind of just trading the book map orders. Today, this is my strategy, and I just completely missed it because I wasn't acting fast enough. I didn't see it fast enough, but my God. That would have been the perfect trade. That is insane. Bookmap is really feeling like a game changer right now. I don't trade any kind of like divergence on M or ES or NQ. I don't really look at that as of right now. Maybe that'll change in the future, but don't really have any thoughts on it. Man, that is so crazy. I can't believe I missed that trade. I was about to put a freaking order there. I mean, look at this trade, guys. Bookmap has got me feeling some type of way. Man. Alright, well, no trades yet. The one trade was down there. Now we're skyrocketing away over to the second standard deviation VWAP. They're going in different directions. Yeah, ES started off tanking. And now they're kind of sinking them back up. God dang it, dude. I gotta be quicker, man. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Oops. Guys, this is actually a game changer. I might need to gatekeep Bookmap for course members. I might have to gatekeep. I mean, man, it is just... If you're like a trading nerd, here, for YouTube, okay? For YouTube, sorry TikTok, I just can't put it in the format. It's too big. But YouTube, if you're a freaking trading nerd and you've been studying order zones, I mean, this info is just invaluable. Because we have the order zone right here, and then we can literally see orders right there. This is the order zone, the yellow rectangle. Oh, TikTok, you can actually see that perfectly. Great. And then look at that. I mean, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Oh, God. Don't they normally correlate? Dunka kind of, but lately kind of not. You know, they have their seasons. All right, looks like we got some selling pressure around 23,850. 23,850. Let's watch that. Got some orders sitting at 23,850. Getting your course, can't wait to see you soon. Thank you, Big Juice. Thank you for the support, and I'm excited for you to tap in to the new info. And at the pace that this book map is going, I'm definitely going to have to add a book map video to the course. I just need to first learn it a little bit better, because obviously I don't want to teach something I don't know. Wow, look at this pullback. Okay. Alright, let me actually try to focus here, because I feel like the book map is distracting me, but I'm not actually looking for my setups here. You could argue this is an area of demand, but I'm not really seeing any orders sitting there. So, not gonna trade this. And it's just an area of demand, right? No liquidity yet. But who knows? With Bookmap opens the doors for so many possibilities, because I mean, maybe you don't even need to wait for liquidity on the chart. You can just look for liquidity on Bookmap, right? Like, you can just look for orders forming in the demand zone on Bookmap. MNQ and NQ look completely different on Bookmap, and it's kind of confusing. This is what MNQ looks like. And this is what NQ looks like. It's a much uglier chart. Hello, I am a tiny and succulent hamster. Hello, sad succulent hamster. Is Bookmap free? No, unfortunately it is not free. But I mean, can you expect it to be free? I mean, it's crazy information. Okay, so there are orders right above these highs here. So watch these highs. There are sell orders sitting right above these highs. We'll mark it out. Let's see. Came into that demand and turned back around. I feel like I might need to start looking at MNQ Bookmap rather than NQ. But that doesn't really make sense because the institutions are definitely trading NQ, right? So here's the Bookmap right now. You can see, I know it's not pretty, but right above the highs. I wish you could make the candlesticks a lot more visible instead of being transparent, but these orders are sitting right above highs. Which prop firm do you use? I use Take Profit Trader and Apex. Those are pretty much the only ones I use right now. Damn, YouTube is dead today. What happened, YouTube? I feel like the YouTube live stream's kind of dying. That's depressing because we're just finding out of this amazing tool and everybody's going to miss out on it. Alright, above this yellow line, orders sitting. So liquidity, we know there's liquidity resting just above this high. Don't even need to guess. See, ICT traders probably need to look into this, ICT traders, because instead of guessing where liquidity is, you can literally see it. So I don't know why nobody's been talking about this software, especially in ICT Trader. I want to sell, but the market is so shite today. Yeah, I mean, it's moving. It's moving. Will I take a short out when it takes the high out? No, it's not my strategy. But I just got this new software called Bookmap, and I'm just playing around with it. So wherever I see big orders, which is what the software is for, is to allow you to see orders, I'm just calling it out just so we can both kind of watch it. Study it, see it. I've only heard of people claiming there are fake orders just to fake us out. That is true, but it's also not true all the time. You know? So what you do is you can watch the volume as the market goes into those orders. If the volume starts increasing, then you know those orders are getting executed. If nothing happens, then you know those orders were canceled. You can also see if orders are canceled on the heat map. They'll just go away. Instead of being this bright orange, it'll just go back to being black. So, all right, let's see what happens here. This should be interesting. Break of these highs. I'm curious to see. Is your leverage a secret? I mean, I'm using prop firms and I'm using super small size, so I don't even need to worry about leverage. Don't even know what the leverage is, to be honest. Because I just don't trade enough to even come close to being over leveraged. What time frame is that? This is 1 minute. So right now, right now, we are watching to see a break of these highs. We see on the order book that there are orders resting above these highs. It looks like we're failing to break above those highs. $23,800 is now getting some orders stacked. So that is right around here. Down in this little zone here. $23,800. Are you using Bookmap again today? Yep, I got it right here. So you can see down here, 23,800. You got that little orange line. Oh. And it looks like they took their order off now. See how it just, now it's cutting down. Now it's just blue. There's nothing there. But those orders, look at above the highs. Above the highs, it's just a big conglomeration of orders. So I'm curious to see what happens at the top there. Same thing on MNQ book map. Big red line there. Alright, and there it is. So there's the tag. Well, on MNQ. On MNQ we're going right into it. On NQ, also going right into it, and look at the volume bubble. So it looks like we are executing those orders. So I'm curious to see what happens here. I'm not taking any trades, I'm just observing. Look at that rejection. Well, let's see if it sustains. Why do not enter in this candle? It's not my strategy. I'm just observing right now. I will take a trade. The trade that's my strategy was down here, and I missed it by a few seconds. But that would have been an unbelievable trade. That is a textbook setup right there. But I missed it, so now I'm just waiting. But look at this, guys. Look at the freaking power of Bookmap. What have we been? We literally have been saying, watch above these highs because we know there are orders sitting there. We see the orders get executed on Bookmap. The orders are no longer there. We get this volume bubble right here. And now it's rejected. I mean, god dang, man. Why doesn't everybody use this? I don't understand. Oh, wow. The news just come out? There's no news today, right? It seems like Bookmap is really good for like pinpoint entry. Doesn't mean the trade will go all the way in your direction. Like obviously now this is going right back up, but still, I mean, just knowing that you could have this red candle here is pretty good information. So we got some orders now stacking at 23,865 right here. Uh, 23. $23,868. And I'm not trying to go short. I'm not trying to go short. I'm just telling you guys where I see orders on the order book. Oh wow, there's a huge amount of orders sitting at 23,906. All the way up here. So that might be where we're trying to get to. What do the orders look like at 23,902? 23,902. Yeah. So 23,902 is around here. So yeah, I mean, there are orders sitting there. 23,905 is really kind of where they are. But yes, there are orders sitting there. See, I mean, this is freaking overpowered. This is a cheat code. You can just know where orders are. That's crazy. Oh yeah, look at this. Look at where I marked out. I marked out the yellow line. These are where I saw the orders on the order book, and look at where they're just above the high, right? That's crazy. Like, now that I have this knowledge, this software, I don't see how anybody would trade without it. Because you can literally just confirm exactly what you need to confirm. Alright, so we're coming into the next order block. Gonna full port once it hits. Well, be careful because it could be a spoof order. You do want to wait for the orders to get filled. I did see earlier today some spoof orders. Yeah, there's a lot of sell orders now stacking at that 23,868. Yeah, right on this yellow line. Looks like we just barely missed it for right now. All right, let's see what happens here. All right, orders were executed. It's looking strong though, right? It's looking pretty strong. Can showing us bookmap get you banned from it? I don't think so, and I hope not. Might need to look into that. I mean, I feel like that's not that fair. Alright, so orders are executed right here on this yellow line. So sellers did come in, but again, that doesn't necessarily mean that this is an area where we're going to turn around. It could just be, you know, someone profit taking. Could be hedging for all we know. Who knows? Which trade copier do you recommend? I use Replicanto. It's the only one that I've used, so I can't really give you a fair comparison. We're trading MNQ. No trades for me yet today, guys. I missed a beautiful trade down here. Literally the bottom of the day. In this order zone. And I missed it by a few seconds. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Alright. Let me... yeah, wait. Let's clear my charts. I'll keep these lines here. Hunting for the next zone. One hour zone here. Yeah, this whole area seems to be a little bit of an area of supply. Look at that, guys. Look at that. Right where the orders were. A little bit higher, but there's the move. I mean, it's crazy. Bookmap is a freaking cheat code. That's why I titled the stream that on YouTube. I'm using cheats. I'm hacking. Wow, we're getting a lot of sell orders right here. That could be interesting. We have sell orders stacking above price now. So it looks to me like somebody may be trapped and they're trying to get out at the top here for a smaller loss, if I had to guess. Okay, I keep looking at Bookmap and I'm forgetting to actually look for trades. It's just too fun to look at. Alright. There's a zone down here. I don't see any orders sitting there yet. I do see orders sitting right here. So I'm curious to see what happens there. Buy Bookmap. I mean, I recommend it. I would wait because I might be able to get you guys a discount code. But if you don't care about the discount, I mean, check it out. I mean, I think it's great so far. I mean, maybe I'm just getting super convenient and coincidental reads, but so far it's been pretty easy to use and pretty freaking accurate. Um, 23,825. 23,825. There's a little bit of liquidity level right there, and we do have orders resting there. 23,825. Let's see what happens there at 23,825. See how it took out that liquidity and now we got a bounce? Here's what it looks like on Bookmap. This is the liquidity right here. And there's the orders. Is bro really losing money? What makes you think that? I literally have not taken a trade. We do have some sell orders resting above these highs as well. Looks like a lot of orders are starting to come in now. Just kind of everywhere. They're kind of just spreading all out. there's a lot of orders getting executed in this area. Let's see. Let's see if I can get through this area. Right now, there's kind of just orders. There's orders all over here. Just like this big box. I'll show it to you right there. See all that orange? We can see the volume too. I mean, there's a lot of volume getting traded in here. Nasratullah, you need to get data. You probably don't. You might not have data for it. The name of the tool is called Bookmap, guys. Bookmap. Okay, I need to stop marking out random levels and just focus on my levels. Down here. This is a level of supply, but it's counter trend. Not sure I will take that. What does 23,900 look like on Bookmap? I think we already answered that. Yeah, we did. Look. A lot of orders up there. 23,905. 23,905. A bunch of orders sitting there. We have it marked out. This yellow line is that level. What's up, Billy? Now I'm starting to see quite a few orders coming in at above these highs. So let's see. Still don't have my trade entry, my trade set up. But you know, it's good practice, good practice. What does your shirt say? Oh, you guys can't even see it. There you go. Please help. You guys see me coming in with a black eye one day. You know why. Point a finger if you need help. Alright, let's see what happens at these highs. There are orders sitting there, from what I can see. So there's the highs. These are the orders. Are those people's TP? Most likely stop losses and entries. Looks like there's a buyer interested right below these lows. The current wick. Let's see. I'm interested. What are you doing, buyer? Are you gonna push price up? Have you traded yet? No, not yet. No, not yet. Have not gotten the chance. I missed the sickest trade of my life down in here. Quite literally, this was the zone, and that wick into it, and then just, that was bottom of the day. I even saw the orders on Bookmap sitting there as well. And by the time I went to go put in an order, it was gone. It's depressing, but... Best guess on sell? NB? What is NB? By the way, look at how the supply level was holding. Now there's big sell orders coming in at the top of this candle. You don't go in on retracements? My setup is down here. That's what I like to get in on. I have a whole strategy on that. But right now, I'm just kind of reading this software and just watching for right now until I get an actual setup. I don't really have a setup right now. Leaving? They asked about my shirt.
Should I say hi?
If you want to. Here's my fake girlfriend, everyone.
Where? Oh. I'm the one who beats him.
And she's off to work in her very nice black uniform. All right, be right back. One punch before the stream, or for the stream. One punch. Yeah, instead of kissing goodbye, she punches me goodbye. Okay, are we gonna get a trade today? Still have orders sitting at this yellow line up here. We also do, we're starting to get orders stacking below this low here. Which, that could be a trade. Not the most beautiful trade for me. But I might just put it on just for the sake of experiment. 23,825. Let's see. Alright, I'm going to put it on for the stream, for the sake of the stream. 23,825 is where I see orders sitting. And I'm just going to put a limit order. I'm just going to put my order where I see the orders. Where do you get Bookmap? Do you have to sign up for that? Yeah, it's bookmap.com or something like that. We still have huge orders all the way up at yesterday's high, so that could be where we're headed. Overall. Maybe. Who knows? I'm just telling you what I'm seeing. Okay. Now what I don't want to see on Bookmap is the orders. That's where my orders are. I don't want to see those orders disappear. If they disappear right before they get filled, that would mean it's a spoof order. I'm already starting to see buyers come in though. Why did I change the color scheme? I just got sick of looking at a bright screen. The black is easier on the eyes. $23,825 for longs. Yeah, that's what I'm doing, but this is not... I'm not trading how I usually trade, okay? So be advised. Don't just jump in because I'm jumping in. I am just experimenting right now. Basically a liquidity sweep of these lows into a little bit of an area of demand. Technically this is an order zone, not the most beautiful order zone ever, but I'm just going with what Bookmap is showing me. Alright, let's see. Come on. You gonna move? I kind of get the gut feeling this thing is just going to blast through. But let's see. Okay, there is the entry at 23,825. Okay, that's looking decent. I don't even know where to put my stop loss. I'm not used to trading this way, but... Alright, go to break even there. Boom. It could be too early of a break even, but, you know, for the sake of experimenting, I'll do it. Okay, break even. Now I'm curious to see if it goes up back up. Or if this thing's gonna fail. There's more orders sitting at 23,815. So I'll just put an order there. just for fun. Let's see. Although technically this thing is already kind of showing signs of failure. Oh crap, I was about to cancel that order because I think it's going to go a little bit lower. Let's see here. Did we just take out lows? We did just take out lows. Okay. I'll go to a break even. Alright, break even there. Okay, let me try to focus here and see if I can see anything on Bookmap that's interesting. I'm seeing orders getting stacked all the way down at the lows, which is a little bit concerning. Okay, let me get rid of this zone. There's too much going on right now. $23,805. Alright, let's try next level 23,775. That's all the way down to lows. Looks like it's going for 23,800. 23. Yeah, 23,800. Guys, the reason I'm moving the stop loss to break even so quickly is because I'm experimenting. This is not how I'm using a new software. So I'm just putting orders out there just to see how they react. So I'm putting an order now at 23,800 because I see orders there as well, which on TradingView is right here. No, down here. I'm curious to see what happens. $23,700. Yeah, there's a lot of buy orders in this general area. So let's see. Let's see if we can even get there. Now it's starting to pop. Bookmap is not that good. It doesn't have all broker data, so it's partial true information. Go on. I'm listening. Feel free to explain what you mean. What broker data does it have? I mean, so far it's been pretty accurate if you use it wisely. It's not like I'm just blindly, well, I am kind of blindly putting where I see orders, but I'm using it in confluence with my strategy. I'm not just going right off a Bookmap. Thank you, thank you for the backup, Jacob. But I think he's just trying to, just explain. Yeah. All right. Well, the zone technically, on just a chart basis, the zone worked out pretty well, right? I mean, that's a nice entry if you could catch it. Now, I didn't catch it because, well, I just did not give it any room to breathe, but that's the point of experimenting. There's still orders sitting down at 23,800 beneath these lows. How do you know if the news is high impact or not, sir? You go to forexfactory.com, and if the news has a red folder by it, that means it's high impact. Well, gosh darn it, I wish I was in here. Wish I was in on this trade. No cookies today? No. I'm going to be eating Chipotle very soon here. Bowl, Jacob. I kind of swap between bowl and burrito. Depends on the mood, you know. All right, so it looks like the market does not want to go and fill these orders sitting below these lows. We still have a massive amount of orders sitting at yesterday's highs, so that's where I think this is going. I mean, I think that's where the market wants to head to. So theoretically, if I was in this trade, which I am not, I mean, you could literally do, what's ATR, 12? So 12 points. You could literally do something like this. And there it goes. God dang it, man. Wish I held on. I told you to enter, my guy. You know how many people tell me to enter every minute of every day? Now there's orders stacking right at these highs again. Elbaz, appreciate the shout out. I'm glad you're able to use some of the knowledge. Did you buy any of the stock back in 2020? Oh, Chipotle? No. No, I wanted to short Chipotle out of spite because they kept messing up my orders, and I feel like they're not as good as they once were. But what is Chipotle's stock doing now? Let's see. Yeah. Wow. See, I knew it, dude. I told all my friends. I said Chipotle is crap now. It's not even close to being like it once was. You try to get a pickup order at Chipotle, impossible. They'll give you half the portion size. They'll just give you half. Doesn't matter. Every single time they'll give you half. And there's the stock, just taking an absolute nosedive. Freaking knew it, man. Short Chipotle. Look at this, guys. I'm not in this trade, but my God. I mean, with the knowledge that I have with Bookmap, this trade would be so much easier to hold because I can see where orders are. I know orders are resting above these highs. So these highs, well, I'm not going to jinx it, but there's a chance that we break through those highs. Ooh, now there's a lot of sell orders coming in here. Ah, man. Just barely missed that trade too, guys. Look at this. Break even, no entry. Wah, wah, wah. But that's okay. It's okay. Where would you recommend moving stop loss if I'm in longs right now? Depends on where you're long at. But I know what I would be doing is probably just trailing. I'd probably just go like this. Stop loss right below the little candle. And then next candle, stop loss right below that candle. And just trail it all the way up. That's what I would probably be doing. If I were in this trade, which I am not. Alright guys, I need to go eat. I'll be right back. By go eat, I just mean heat up a Chipotle bowl and bring it back here. So give me about 2 minutes. Now, before I leave for a second, I am seeing a lot of orders begin to stack. So, see right, these are the highs. Orders are starting to build up here. 23,879, 23,875,89. So that's probably where I would be cautious. 23,879, just in case. You just hated their stock, and now you can have them for breakfast. Listen, I love their food. I just hate their service. Hate their service. Truly some of the worst in the game. The heat map is called Bookmap, guys. I'll get you guys a discount code for it. I think I can get one, but right now I don't have one because I just got it. So yeah, there's tons of orders right above us. At this point, I would be aggressively trailing. If you're in a long, there it goes. Look at that. And it's filling the orders right now. Look. Wicked right into those orders. And it rejected. Or it is rejecting right now. It doesn't mean it's going to go down, but just watch closely. And, I mean, ultimately, it looks like we're going for yesterday's high, right? So, this yellow line. Where do I learn Bookmap? I mean, there's YouTube videos. I'll probably make a YouTube video myself, but I don't have one right now. Look at that, guys. I mean, come on. Look at that. Look at where price went into, and look at where it's rejecting. And what did I say? Aggressively trail, because this thing could frickin' do what it's doing right now. And there you go. It's crazy. I'll watch it if you make it. Well, subscribe then. Stay tuned. Okay, so I'm going to clear my chart up and look for the next areas. Look at this thing tanking. Look at that. Is Bookmap paying you? No. No, I am not sponsored by Bookmap. I just genuinely find it to be one of the coolest softwares that I've discovered so far. I mean, it literally lets you see orders. Is that not the most epic thing ever? I mean, that's a big advantage over people that can't see orders. Oh. Hello, TikTok. Please stop. Sorry, TikTok's yelling at me. You can see orders in brokers platforms also. Okay, but you can't see them like this. You can't see them like a visual heat map of where orders are. Not only where orders are, but where orders have been as well. And the volume nodes. You can see exactly where volume was or where transactions were made. So look, we went into this order area here and look at that big green circle. That means volume took place there. So it's definitely more in depth than the average broker platform. There are orders resting right here, but it's not an area where I'm interested in, so don't really care. Just letting y'all know. Any trades yet? No, Mustafa. Well, actually, yes, Mustafa. We took 2 break-even trades. Here were those trades. Unfortunately, just before the big move higher, but that's okay. I'm still honing in my bookmap skills. Bro marked out my exact stop loss. Yeah, I can see your stop loss. I'm like freaking Superman. I got the X-ray vision on the market. Okay, guys, be right back. I'm just gonna heat up some food. Okay. Well, it looks like your stop loss is safe, Xavier. Or Xavier, however you say it. Now there's a bunch of orders stacking up right here. So it looks like they're building a little bit of a base here, the buyers. She's moving. Let's see, where is she gonna go? Man, I wish I was in this frickin' long down here, man. A dang shame. Hey, you know what? I just realized we're not chopping today. We're actually moving. That's nice. Don't jinx it. Please knock on wood. Everybody's telling me I'm jinxing it. Yeah, literally. I know. Alright. We're taking out the highs here. Did we take out the highs? No, we did not. There are some orders right at these highs, so that might be why we're rejecting. But to me, it looks like we want to break up higher. Looks like we want to get to 23,900. 23,900. There's so many orders sitting at that level. By far, it's the most amount of orders on the chart right now. That's 23,900. I mean, you couldn't get more clear than that, right? Ooh. Big orders now sitting below this low. Maybe we see something like that. Take out liquidity before taking out Friday's high. Maybe, maybe, maybe. Try to keep this far away from the microphone. Is it easier to place trades / keep track of trades on futures, or is it the same as with CFDs? I think it just depends on the platform. It doesn't matter what you're trading, it's just the platform. Alright, this is looking like it's just going to try to push all the way up to 23,900. WASMR. Chipotle's food is so good, I just wish their service was better. $23,900, guys. $23,900. That's where price wants to go. Man, well, I did take trades today, but no real movement. on my trades today. All right, Kaya, you can lick the bowl. There you go. The bowl. All right. Be right back. Please talk about Nepal's situation. Well, I don't know about it. So I can't really talk about it. What's going on in Nepal? Can I request an MES order zone from Bookmap? I don't think I have MES. Let me see if I can. What you really want is ES, not MES. Oh God. I'll pull up MES or ES. Let me see. ES looks quite different. ES has a bunch of orders sitting at 6513. Yeah, 6513 has some sell orders. But I don't see anything really that interesting, to be honest. Other than maybe those orders. I mean, here it is. I'll show it to you. Like, see, it looks a little weird. It looks a little wonky. But it looks like they just took off those orders too. But there are still orders sitting here at 6513.75. And there also are orders at 6515. 6513, 6515. Those are two areas to watch, I guess, for sells. I thought MES and MNQ are more liquid than ES and NQ respectively. So they are, but institutions trade not the micros. Right? Institutions trade the big boy contracts. So you kind of want to look at, if I'm going to look at for orders, I'm going to look for the institution orders, right? You can look at both, but $23,900 on both MNQ and NQ has a boatload of orders. It's interesting though because on MNQ there will be like a very clear level. Here, I'll just show you guys. So here is NQ. You can see there's orders resting right below these lows. Right there. You go to MNQ, that doesn't exist. But up here at 23,900, for sure. I mean, look at all the frickin' selling pressure up there. So that's why it's been the target for the whole day. Is that just an indicator? No, guys. This is Bookmap. It's a paid software that allows you to see the orders in the market. Man, I wish I frickin' owned Bookmap, the amount that I'm shilling it. I am not sponsored by them, not making any money. I'm just testing it out. So far, I like it. I like it. The reason why I don't trade... Ooh. What's going on here? We might go down and take these lows. The reason why I don't trade Dow is just because I can't read the chart as well. I mean, it just feels so much choppier. Not choppier in the sense of price action is choppy, although today it is. But choppier in the sense that the candles, I just feel like the data is not as clean. I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. But, you know, that might change one day. Right now I'm just trying to focus on NQ. Bookmap is amazing yet costly. Honestly, I wouldn't even call it costly for what you're getting. I mean, it's right around 80 bucks a month. 80 bucks a month to be able to see the orders in the market is kind of cheap if you ask me. Alright, so right now, it looks like we want to potentially take out these lows, run some liquidity. And then I'd be curious to see if we come all the way up to 23,900 from there. So if you see the orders or selling pressure, how do you use it? Well, basically, what I use it for is just confirmation. So like if I have a zone marked out, like let's say down here, I can literally go onto Bookmap and check if orders are actually sitting there or if there's orders getting executed in that area once we get there. So it's like, it's a really good confirmation tool, I would say. I would not say it is good for just like using as a strategy. I mean, I'm sure there are people out there that do it. But seems like for confirmation, where you know you come up with a whole idea on the chart and then you look at Bookmap to confirm that idea. And that seems to be what it's good for. And also it could help you not take a trade, right? Like right now, technically there is an order zone. For me, this is a level of demand, and this is liquidity right here. Oh, there actually are some orders sitting there. That's interesting. But I can clearly see on Bookmap that down here at these lows, there's a lot of orders resting there. So if I get long, god dang it. If I get long down here, it could be a little risky because the market might want to go all the way and take out these lows. By the way, guys, if you enjoy the content, tap that screen on TikTok or like and subscribe on YouTube. That way, wherever you are, the algorithm will push out when I'm live. I'm live every day, market open, to around noon. So I still see orders below these lows. There's still orders resting there. Let's see. There are also orders resting below all these little lows as well. So, I mean, dang it. Now I'm being pulled in two different directions because I am starting to see orders in this order zone. So that's confirmation. But then I also see orders resting at these lows, which makes me a little bit cautious because those could be stop losses resting beneath these lows. And so if those are stop losses down here, right beneath the lows, probably going to get taken out. And watch the free YouTube course. Yes. If you enjoy the stream, you can also watch the free YouTube course. No trades for you. Getting off. All right, Fleming, have a good one. I just realized we have not used the soundboard today.
Bruh.
Alright, what am I going to do here? So there's orders resting right here. There are orders resting right at this zone. Okay, well, I guess we're just skyrocketing away. All right. Well, once again, where do we think price is headed for the day? 23,900. All the way up here. So, you know, the buyers may just be super aggressive right now. I would like to get something like that. What does NQ stand for? NASDAQ. NASDAQ. The U.S. stock market, specifically tech stocks, basically. It's an index. It's always confusing trying to explain it. What is SPX? That's the S&P 500. Okay, well, here price comes down. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, I just bottom ticked that. Now, will it continue? That's the mighty question, isn't it? I'll just go to a break even. I'm too scared to trade this way, guys. I'm too scared. You know what? Should I just say just screw it? No, that when you start saying screw it, that's when okay, screw it. I guess we're holding. I don't even know where to put this stop loss, man. What's ATR? 9. Where's 9 points? We'll just put it 1 ATR away. Where is that? That's 4 points? Wow, NASDAQ is not moving as much as I thought it is. God dang it. Okay, hold on. Let me think here. Let's take a look at Bookmap. Bookmap, save me. Bookmap, please save me. It looks like what I was talking about earlier is going to come true. It looks like we're going to go take out those lows where those stops are sitting. In which case, maybe I add. You know? Maybe we do one of them things. Now let me check on Bookmap if those orders even got executed. Oh yeah, they did. So it looks like there is some buyers interested in this area. Let's see if we can get a push out of here. There we go. All right. Oh my God. Alright, sorry about that. Someone made some noise outside and my dog went crazy. Okay, that was interesting. There are orders beneath the lows here. It might... 23,855 right here. You know what? Let's just 23,850, 23,855. Man, somebody's making noise outside. Bookmap helping you so much. I know. I mean, my entries are pretty freaking good with the help of Bookmap. Remember when you used to trade crypto on Femex? Yes, yes. Femex and BitUnix. Oh my God. Oh, there we go. Okay. This thing should go. It looks like it wants to go down there. This could be a big mistake, but you know, I'm just I'm trusting in Bookmap. In Bookmap we trust. Oh, come on. There's still orders sitting below this low here. Wow. Can't get down there. Are you taking a long or short? These are buys. I've taken 3 break-even trades so far. But you know what? That honestly makes me happy because it means that I'm able to use Bookmap for good entries and good risk management. So even if I just take break-even trades all day, I consider that a success with this Bookmap experiment. Because that just means the winners will come eventually. Now we chop. Oh, All right. So those orders just got executed. And look at that. Like, look at this. Now I can, if I want to, which I do, but if I wanted to, all I have to do now is go to a break even and I'm in a free trade. Because, I mean, my entries are just pinpoint accurate. Look at that. Like, I can just sit here now and just freaking wait. I mean, look at that entry, guys. It's ridiculous. It's nuts. Now, it doesn't mean it's going to be a winning trade, but still. It's good risk management. It puts me in a good position. Like I always say, the entry is everything. If you can get a really good entry, you'll almost never lose. Because you can just go to a break even. Now watch. Let's see. If we really wanna, okay, this thing's gonna come back down, isn't it? But if it doesn't come back down, the orders are all up above us at 23,900. So here, I'm just gonna put some targets sprawled out and just see which ones hit. I'm going fishing. Guys, look at that freaking entry, dude. I mean, that is crazy. Just because I was able to see the orders on Bookmap. Again, doesn't mean this is going to be a winning trade. It looks like we're getting into that chop mode that NASDAQ we're so familiar with. But still, like I said, even if I take break-even trades all day, I'm happy. Are you shorting? No. This is a buy. All right. There's nothing on Bookmap that is explaining why we're getting pushed down right here. Oh, well, there is one thing. And that is the fact that we still have stop losses resting below this low. So that is a big problem. It does look like we might want to go down there, but let's see. Okay, never mind. We're back. We're back in business. Oh, ooh, something's going on. We're starting to move quick. I'm starting to see some sellers stack their orders just above us, just up here. So let me put one order right here. Let me follow the orders. Come on. What the heck? How much was Bookmap? Bookmap, it's like $80 a month, give or take. I swear you summoned the chop when you said no chop. You know, I'm the oh. If there are such things as market curses, I'm definitely a part of that. Okay, one target hit. Can we get another target hit? Chopmeister, yeah. I'm Choppenheimer. Does futures not have spread? It does, I think, right? It's just really small. I mean, everything has a spread, so yeah, it definitely does. I just think it's really small. I would like the orders resting at the lows to go away, but they're not going away. See that orange? See that low? That is this low on the chart. This low right here. So right at that yellow line, there are people's stop losses, it looks like. Are we gonna hit target 2? Come on. Come fly with me. Let's fly. Yeah. Nice. Nice. I love Bookmap. I fucking love Bookmap. This is insane, guys. I'm not gonna lie. I cannot believe Bookmap is $80. I mean, the edge that I am carving out of this is insane. I know exactly when not to take a trade and when to take a trade. Alright, let's see what's going on here. So, everybody's stop losses, it looks like, are right above these highs. So I'll put another target there, and then the last target I'll put at 23,900 because that's where we think it's going overall. Stop saying that, or they'll raise the price. Yeah, right. I mean, honestly, they probably know better than I do its value. So. Guys, look at the freaking entry on this trade. I mean, I can't stress it enough. It was a perfect entry. Right there. So, you know what? What I'll do instead to visualize this, I'll do... So even the baby traders can understand. This is my current trade right now. That is where I entered. Now the question is, do we actually go up to those highs? Yeah, that was a bottom tick buy right there. So like that's what I'm talking about. The beauty of this is that you guys saw me. I took 3 break-even trades down here, and I missed that big move. Okay, fine. But then I took 1 break-even here, and then I re-enter, and now it's a full winner, right? So like, that's why I said I'm happy to take break-even trades all day, because just being able to take break-even trades means that my entries are good enough that I get enough of a move to de-risk the trade. So as long as you are getting entries that are good enough not to be a full winner, but at least good enough that you can de-risk the trade, get your risk off the table, then it's literally at that point just a matter of when the winner comes, right? So that is why Bookmap has me giggling and twirling my hair over here. By the way, guys, if you're interested in a side hustle... Ooh, there's some orders coming in right... Oh, they're gone. Never mind. if you're interested in making a little side hustle money, 1 second. 1 second. I need editors. All right, I need editors. So if you're an editor, if you can make cool edits or clippers, I mean clippers. I need clippers because I don't want to edit my own short content and go through my streams. So if you're good at making clips, if you understand social media, well, let me show you something. All right, you join the WAP. Join the WAP. And that's the link in the bio. The WAP, the Simple Traders. The free Discord is through WAP. Okay, and go to Content Rewards. You click Content Rewards once you join, and then you can get paid $1.50 per 1,000 views to just clip my content. Okay, so you get 10,000 views. That's $15, and 10,000 views, if you know what you're doing, is not that hard to do. So yeah, if you're looking for a little side hustle, check that out. Wow, guys, that is unexpected. I'm curious. Did I miss something here? I did see some, if you guys heard me, I said, yeah, there's a lot of sellers coming in. And I'm wondering, maybe they came in and then canceled their orders and then went straight to market orders and caused this push down. Very expected red candle. Of course. Of course it's expected after it happens. So there's still stops. There's still stops sitting below these lows. And that's probably why it's trying to drop down now. It's probably going to go and try to take all these people out, which is fine. I'm just going to hodl. And if it takes me out, so be it. And maybe I'll look to enter on everybody else getting stopped out down here. I'm not trading crypto, guys. What makes you think I'm trading crypto? The title of the video says live NQ trading. Come fly with me, let's fly away. Yeah, there's not much on the heat map right now, other than the stops being right below these lows. So it might be acting like a magnet right now and drawing that price down. There are still, of course, orders above the highs as well. So we're kind of just in this range. Oh yeah, I'm seeing even on MNQ, I'm seeing lots of stop losses. Look, guys, these stop losses are about to be taken out. My trade, the second half of my trade, that's break even. I'm going to put a freaking order there. Here, I'll just put a bunch of like 1 orders. And I'm just going to see what happens. Because my gut feeling is we're going to take these lows out and then keep going. But let's see. Let's see what happens here. I do see that the orders are getting executed on Bookmap. So stop run or stop sweep? That is the question. It's starting to look like a run here. Might just scalp it out. We'll put a stop loss right at those lows. If it keeps going here, then it's probably not worth it. All right, stopped out there. Okay, interesting. So let me show you the book map. So in the book map, you can see, I mean, you see that big red bubble there, and you see that fat line right there. So those are all stop losses. On M and Q, it's the same story. M and Q, all those stop losses resting there, big fat red bubble. So from all of this info, it did look like it was going to be a liquidity sweep. And who knows, maybe it could still reverse. But I guess the sellers are really trading hard right now. Oh, is this it? Are we going to sweep? I'm going to stay out of this because this is not my setup. That was just a trade to just see what would happen. That was just a pure liquidity sweep play. But hey, so much for liquidity sweeps, ICT. All right, I'll keep that up for now. It's still kind of holding though. Buys here. When did you send that message? I took a small trade there, but I am out. But it's still holding. In fact, my stop loss was the bottom there, so that's kind of funny. What does this look like on a 5-minute? It looks like on every time frame it's closed below that level. Dang, maybe I just didn't give it enough room there. Bollocks. Still green on the day. That was a small loss. I'm curious to see how this plays out. From everything on Bookmap, it looked like it should be a reversal area. Now, on a technical basis, there's not that much of a reason why it should reverse other than a low, right? It's not an order zone. It's not a zone that I would trade. So I'm curious which one is going to prevail. Will Bookmap prevail or will technicals prevail? But on Bookmap, you can definitely see there's the orders. Those were the stops. And that was the orders getting filled. This big red, these bubbles here. These bubbles. Clean your screen? What do you mean clean my screen? It's Bookmap, dude. It just looks like that. You had a bunch of nonsense on there. This is not nonsense. Whatever. Alright. Still just chopping around this area. Let me see if those orders... Yeah, 23,900 still has orders sitting there. That still seems to be where price wants to go overall. He's just an unprofitable dude that bought followers. Hey, Dark. Check this out.
And it's gone.
All right. Price still slowly climbing higher. Bot followers is hilarious. Question for the order zones. Do you also do higher time frame analysis? Like if you look on 30 minutes, see if... I try to just stick to the time frame that the zone is on. So... I mean, I will look at other time frames just to get an idea, but for trading, I try to stick to, you know, if it's a 1 minute zone, try to trade it on the 1 minute. 2 minute zone, etc., etc. Technically, this is a 2 minute zone down here, so. Oh my god, guys. It looks like that. It looks like I just didn't give that trade enough room to breathe. So here was the thesis. The thesis was a sweep of these lows and then a continuation up to 23,900. And unfortunately, look at where my stop loss was. Put a couple little buy orders, averaged in, and I just rushed the stop loss. So that's unfortunate. But it is still cool to see this liquidity sweep happen in real time. I just messed up the trade there, but that's okay. You live and you learn. Is this NASDAQ? Yep. So remember, guys, target for the day is 23,900. Am I in? No. I was unfortunately bottom ticked for my stop loss there. I rushed the stop loss and paid the price. Earlier, I bottom ticked it in a good way. Bottom ticked the buy right here. Sold half in here. And then the rest came back down, unfortunately. But, you know, you live and you learn. You live and you learn. Every day I use Bookmap, I'll get better and better. Thirty-minute order block. Yeah. But the thing is that on the order book, there's tons of orders resting above that 30-minute order block. So the idea is we are going to those highs. God dang it, guys. Look at, I mean, I messed up the trade, but my idea was completely on the frickin' dot. A break of these lows, a sweep, and now it seems like maybe It wants to get up to those highs. 23,900. Unfortunately missed the trade by a few ticks. Not even a few points, a few ticks. How did you get that target? This is where you can see the orders on this software. See that red line? That's where a bunch of orders are sitting. That red line is at 23,900. This line here is 23,900. So that is why the target is that, because that's where liquidity is. Okay, that is where liquidity is resting. So ICT traders, I mean, I don't see why in the world ICT wouldn't have used this software if he really wants to see where liquidity is at. Other than just marking out arbitrary lows and highs, you can just literally look on Bookmap and just see which highs have orders resting at them or which lows have orders resting at them. I mean, that's quite literally what I did for this trade idea right here. This wasn't even this is not even a typical setup that I would take. This was literally just an experimental idea for liquidity getting swept for us to go higher. And it worked out perfectly. So if you're an ICT trader, you should use this software, in my opinion. I mean, because I mean, if you're just marking out highs and lows, you're just guessing if there's orders there. But this software, you can literally know if there's orders sitting there. The same thing with my strategy of order zones is the same. It's the same concept as ICT. It's targeting liquidity. It's targeting, where are the orders lying. And so I'm using this software to check if there's orders in the zones that I trade. And it's been working out pretty insane. It's literally a cheat code. It's crazy. For now. I mean, who knows? I might be jinxing the hell out of myself, but... Now, this trade I just messed up because of me being a silly goober, but... Where do I get the book maps from? It's just called bookmap.com, I think. I don't even remember what the website's called, but just look up bookmap. But if you want to wait for a discount code, I will be getting a discount code for you guys. I think you can get it like 20% off your first month or something like that. Man, I know it sounds like I'm like an affiliate for Bookmap, but I promise I'm not. It's just I'm a trading nerd, and this is making me nerd out. I'm nerding out everywhere. ICT has been made to make people lose money. Yeah, I mean, the guy can't trade himself. We all know that. Because ICT likes to over-explain everything. Yeah, even ICT fans know that's true. I mean, I've seen so many jokes about how he talks for way too long. And you know why he talks for way too long? Because he's literally bipolar, manic, potentially even schizophrenic. As sad as it is, but, it's the reality. He's more profitable than all of you? Yeah, no, he's not. I mean, he's been proven to be a fraud, so, I mean, I don't know what you want me to say. I mean, he's literally said himself that he's made all his money through courses in his mentorship, so. I mean, at what point do you want to just accept reality? Okay, so, take a look at the book map. A lot of sellers stepped in right there, just above these little highs. Will this sell-off be sustained? That is the question. I don't think so. I still think we're going to 23,900. Claude, it's just TikTok. It's just TikTok. Don't worry, I'm banning the ones that need to be banned. No tolerance for annoying people. What are you trading? This is MNQ, NASDAQ. So far, the NASDAQ has been following the orders pretty well today. So curious, I don't see any orders below us. So all the orders, literally all the orders, I mean just look. All of the orders are above us. 23,900. Why is everybody trading MNQ instead of the normal one? Because on prop firm accounts, if you trade the NQ, you're probably going to blow up pretty quickly. It moves too big. Contracts. One contract is like, 10 of these contracts. It just moves too much. It's too big. All right, I'm seeing some orders at 23,860. Right here. What's the VIX at today? VIX is at 15, which I guess explains why we're barely moving. ATR is 7. Iraq, it's called Bookmap. The software is called Bookmap. Man, that's gonna be my most common question now. Instead of after what are you trading? It's gonna be, well, what's the name of the software? Man, today has been a really nice example of orders. I mean, look at this chart. You zoom out. I mean, look at that. Well, if you can't, this might be hard for you to read if you've never seen it before, but I mean, that's where I entered right there. You could see the orders there. Boom, entered, got a nice run. Then here, you see the orders there, and then boom, go into there, get a nice run. And now look, we're getting some orders here at 23,860. Okay, let me remove this and let me see if there's a trade that we can take, that I can take. Which version should you select? If you're talking about like the alpha or the platform option, I think it's just platform. That's what I did. This might be an interesting area. Right where we're going to right now. 23,860, this area. Funny boy requesting to join. What do you want from me, funny boy? It's alpha or production? Yeah, do production. That's what I did, at least. I don't know. I think alpha just has more like experimental features and stuff. I'm not seeing any orders here, so I'm not trading this. It looks like an interesting area, but it looks like they pulled the orders off. It's not just bouncing off the orb. I mean, the opening range break. I don't trade that, so I wouldn't be able to tell you. $23,860. Ooh, big sellers coming in. All of a sudden. Yeah. What's your bias? I mean, my bias for the day is long to 23,900. We do got a lot of sellers coming in here. I'm not trading this. Not trading it. Just trying to think here. Trying to think. Man, it's already 11:43. I'm having so much fun with Bookmap here. I don't want to stop. I do see some orders resting at this zone right here. 23,856. But there are also quite a bit of sell orders stacking right on top of where price is at right now. So I don't know. Watching this zone here. Maybe forming some liquidity right there. I do see some orders resting below those lows. $23,856. Yeah. Am I on the NASDAQ? Yes. This is NASDAQ. By the way, free Discord and a free boot camp that explains almost everything for free. In the description or bio. Depending on where you're watching. Alright, so let's see here. I do see some volume getting executed here. Okay. Oh, wow. Now I'm seeing volume, or I'm starting to see orders stack right beneath these lows. So that is probably a sign of that. Yes, that. Of a sweep of those lows. Take those stop losses and run. Or just keep going. Holy crap, what is going on? Alright. I do have a 2-minute zone down in here. I don't see any orders though. Yeah, I just see nothing right now. But yet the market is moving. And there's that 2-minute buy zone. What to do? Still, all of the orders are at 23,900. I mean, I guess I shouldn't be stubborn, but I still feel like we should go up there. 23,900. I mean, look at the frickin' book map. That's 23,900. I mean, that is... I would imagine if those are real orders, you would want the market to get there. I'm going to buy at 23,753 level, 23,753. 1.53. That is way down. I don't know if you'll get that, but if you do, it's going to be a pretty crazy day to the downside. Trying to make sense of this looking at the book map, but I don't see anything. I mean, from a chart perspective, this looks like a decent setup. Just on a pure technical basis. I mean, I don't like that big red candle, but I do like the volume surge. There are sellers starting to stack up on price right now. Let's see. Liquidity is above. They want to squeeze shorts before going up to tap it. Or squeeze longs. Yeah, that could be a nice capitulation move. And up we go, you know. Could be a squeeze out of the longs. Right into the order zone, by the way, guys. Even if we didn't have book map. There's that order zone. Suspected order zone. Now, the interesting thing is that I did not see orders on book map. But I do... Well, I'll just show you guys. So... the order zone is right where these right at the bottom basically here. But when you take a look, there was not a lot of orders resting there, right? Like you don't see the orders, but you do see a big volume bubble right there. So orders were being executed. It just must have been market orders and not limit orders. And we're still above VWAP as well. Yeah, I think if we were to put a thesis together right now, it would be that this move was a squeeze out of longs, run their stops, fill some institutional buys here at market, I guess. Because we do see the volume, but we did not see the orders. So I guess they smashed the frickin' market button. And now they'll probably take it up to 23,900, right? I mean, that if we're going off of just market theory, just basic market theory, right? Then that is what would make sense to me. Did you do hour today? I've held since Thursday. What do you mean hour? Yeah, I would be pretty surprised if we come all the way back down and take out these lows and these lows. I mean, that wouldn't make much sense to me, but hey, the market doesn't have to make sense. What does make sense, though, is this was a squeeze out of longs, wipe out their stops, And now they take it to the liquidity resting at 23,900, which we know there's liquidity there. That is not a guess. We know that there's liquidity there. Okay, we see it on the order book. 23,900. Now it could be a fake order. That's the thing. It could be some institution just putting a fake order there, but either way, on the hourly chart here, those are also highs, right? So it would make sense for there to be liquidity resting at those highs. So I think that's kind of the best way to use Bookmap is, you know, if the orders are kind of at just a random place on the chart, you know, maybe don't target it. But if the orders also make sense to where you would expect orders to be, you know, you can kind of infer if it's real or not. By the way, guys, sorry, I've been secretly trading on the side here. I wanted to focus because that big move, I was a little stupid and I put limit orders. I usually don't trade with limit orders, by the way, so just to put that out there. But because I'm using Bookmap, I'm just testing out putting limit orders where the orders are. And here's my current trade. I got long here and basically just withstood all. I probably should have just kept adding because it went into my zone. Now, on a normal day, I probably would just trade this zone down here, right? But because I was looking at the orders on Bookmap, I guess I just kind of got too excited and I just put some orders a little bit early. But I did get this long. I mean, it was definitely stupid. Definitely, I mean, I held through a lot of drawdown, but, you know, it is what it is. So, I'll put a stop loss in here. And we'll just hold this thing for the rest of the session until we hit 23,900. Or until I have to go out of this chair. But yeah, so far, guys, Bookmap. Man, I'm sorry I keep shilling it. Oh, Zach, thank you for the rose. I'm sorry I keep talking about it because it does sound like I'm trying to sell it, but I swear I'm not. I'm not affiliated with them. But so far, Bookmap has helped me unbelievably. I mean, it makes it so much easier to just trade. Like, with my strategy, of course. I'm not just trading Bookmap. With my framework, I should say. This simple trader framework. Order zones. Price action. If you want to learn more, check out the free YouTube playlist. For free. You're going long? I'm already long. Here, I'll put some targets in. 23,880. 23,890. And 23,900 is the main target. Watch this thing tank and come right back down now. There are some sellers here. There are some sellers here on the book map. On the order book. You can see it right there. All of that orange right above us, those are sellers. We zoom in, we'll kind of watch what happens. So there, yeah, you see this, the selling is picking up. The pressure is picking up. Let's see if I can hold through. I already took half profits. Let's see if I can diamond hand this all the way up to 23,900, or if we're gonna come all the way back down. Those sellers from Friday. Yeah. Damn, NASDAQ? Where's this coming from? I watched them all and they're so good that I can watch them a second time. Watch the free YouTube video course. Thank you, Mustafa. You might be the biggest proponent of my free YouTube courses. So I appreciate it. Bookmap is great if you're already a good trader because it helps you see the dome visually. Yeah, like it just opens your eyes. It's like you don't have to guess anymore. You can see it. X-ray. This is not looking too good though. It looks like NASDAQ wants to stay choppy and not go to... Look at this. What the hell is going on? And once again, on Bookmap, I don't see anything. So these are the situations that are a little bit harder to use Bookmap for. When I think the market is just selling off using limit or market orders. I think somebody's just going freaking market order all the way down. By mistake, I pressed NQ short instead of MNQ short. That happened to me Friday, I think. I took 4 minis instead of 4 micros. And luckily the trade went in my direction, but holy crap, that was scary. Alright, this is looking like it's going to tag me for break even, or not break, well, break even on half the position, so... I am starting to see orders stack at 23,850, which is literally right where my break-even order is, so hopefully we don't get down there. But my gut is saying we will. But don't trade off your gut. What's the difference between minis and micros? So 1 micro is equivalent to, or 1 mini is equivalent to 10 micros. So micros are just a smaller, you can trade more of them because they're cheaper, they're smaller, the contract size is smaller. So, you know, just think of it, mini is bigger than micro, right? Micro is smaller than mini. Mini bigger than micro, micro smaller than mini. Zach, thank you for the rose again. Thank you for the rose. Man, guys, I jinxed it. I literally said, watch it come all the way back down, right as I put in that limit order. You couldn't just get me out right there, market. You couldn't just get me out. Let's see here. Yeah, man, this looks like it's going to come down there to my break even. 23,850, yeah. There's some pretty big amount of orders sitting there. I would imagine the market wants to get to it. But you know, I've been imagining that the market wants to get to 23,900 the whole day, and it has not gotten there, so maybe we survive. Ooh, I just saw a bunch of sell orders come in. Uh-oh. There it goes. Here, I'll just put this right here. I'll give it a little bit of space. But no, it does look like it's going to get there to 23,850, which is right here. 23,850. What's so special about that level? We are technically in a level of demand here. So it might want to liquidity sweep that demand low. So here's my, can you guys see that? Yeah. There's the rest of my position right there. Man, in hindsight, probably should have just been aggressive. But hindsight's 20/20. I don't think anyone expected a complete and utter reversal off of those highs. Like this, at least. So, wow. I'm seeing so many red orders come in. This thing is looking strong to the downside right now. I think. I don't know. All right, so half the position taken out here, half the position taken out there. On, oh man, it's 12 p.m. I actually might have to leave here, but damn it. What book map plan do you use? It's global, I think. I think it's called global. All right, so I did not expect that. I don't see why that happened on bookmap, but from what the context clues that I can gather is because I'm not seeing the limit orders resting. There is an institution out there right now that is just hammering that market button to the downside. Market sells. Man, look at this friggin' chop. Do you go live every day? Yep, I'm live every day. 9:30 to around 12. Around noon Eastern Standard Time. Can't get a read on this. I do see some executions right at the low there. There's an increase in volume. But I don't know. I think I'm going to stay out of this one for now. Hmm. 23,900. You really don't want to get hit today, huh? All right, let me clear out my chart here. I'll stay on probably for like another 30 minutes. If you pay an add-on in Bookmap, it's called Iceberg. Oh? Huh? Is that for fake orders? Yeah, Bookmap is awfully quiet right now. I don't really see much. Can't put my finger on it. Can't put my finger where it wants to go. I mean, in general, you know where I think it wants to go. 23,900. Looks like it's going to head on up to 23,855. This high right here. There's some orders there. Or it might sweep the low. Let's see. 23. Yeah. It looks like it wants to get up to this high. Well, there's orders there. So we know there's liquidity resting at that high there. So, I mean, it could take out that high and then keep going. But right now it looks like it wants to at least tag that high. If you want to see what the book map looks like, here it is. So there's that high and there's the orders resting there. Well, let's watch it happen. Boom. Take it out. You gonna take out the high? Let's see if those orders get filled. Wow, failed to get up there? Dang. Alright, got close but no cigar. Now where do you want to go, you little rascal? Those orders are still sitting there. Those stops. They must be stops, right? I mean, that's what I would imagine. Feel like if we're gonna keep going lower, we're gonna want to take those orders with us first. So again, at that yellow line, that's where orders are resting. Right now, we're just chopping to death. We're chopping to death. Coop, I'll see you tomorrow. Hope you made some money today. Nice t-shirt. Thank you, Isaac. Thank you very much. Thank you for acknowledging my t-shirts. Man, this chop is where you get in trouble. That noon chop. And I don't see Oh. I don't see any orders resting below us. So this thing might just slip right on down. I feel like it definitely gets harder to read the order book as we get closer to noon. Because it's like, it's starting to make less and less sense as the day goes on. It was making great sense, like, you know, until, like, right around until, like, 11:30. Or 11:45-ish. Now it's just kind of making no sense. Orders aren't getting filled. Market orders are getting slammed. Limit orders are just sitting randomly and not really attracting price or doing much. What's your YouTube channel? It's the same as my TikTok. Simple Trader, Simple Trader. A lot of the institutional traders get off, then the degens come in. Yeah, I can see that. I mean, I can literally see it in the order book. It's just not making much sense. I'm just seeing orders everywhere now, just kind of... Yeah, there's still orders sitting right at this line. So I guess whoever got short and put their stop there, they're saved for right now. I'm also seeing an increase in volume here, yeah. You can see that. Guys, please don't DM that guy. He's a scammer. Time to get the magnet out. I don't know if there's any trades here. Okay, interesting. So, like I was saying, I don't see any buy orders below us, and I guess that makes sense as to why we're just tanking here, because there's no buy orders. Don't judge the tool by lunch PA. Oh yeah, I know. It's a grain of salt. Grain of salt. Taking everything with a grain of salt. So even that, I mean, even that liquidity sweep. I didn't see any stop losses sitting there. So I don't know. I mean, if that is a liquidity sweep, you would see resting stops sitting there, wouldn't you? Unless people are using market orders to get out without at a stop loss. But that would be weird. Do you see anything there? No, there's not much. Maybe there's a little bit at 23,823. There's a lot of volume. I mean, the volume is increasing. By the way, isn't this this is the order zone? God dang it. I'm not paying attention. So this is the 2-minute order zone. So this might actually be a play right here on the 2-minute time frame. So we swept that low, high volume. Yeah, I think we're going to have to break through this low first before we go higher. But honestly, it's pretty hard to read the order book right now. I do see some orders resting just below that low. Right, we got not crazy orders, but does look like we're getting a little bit of some stacking right below that low, this low here. So I'm curious to see if we get down there. We have orders resting still at this high. And then after that, it's just the highs of the day. So, could this be a stop run again for the longs? Really make sure all the longs are out of their trade, and then a run up to 23,900? Maybe. Maybe. 23,900 is the target for the whole day. Not based off of really much other than previous high and orders on the order book. So 23,900. This is not Forex. This is futures. NASDAQ. Would I take longs here? I could be interested down here. Maybe. I don't know. This is lunchtime. I wouldn't even recommend trading at lunchtime. But you know, if I have to, maybe a sweep of these lows, but even then I don't see enough orders. I just don't see much. There's some pretty heavy buy orders. Okay, well, now they're gone. I'm starting to see some heavy buy orders pop in. But it might be an algo. You know, it's just kind of flashing in real quick. Alright, let's see what happens at the break of this low here. I do see some orders sitting there. But will it be enough? I don't know. Still see orders there, but they might not get filled. $23,825, $23,822. Well, let's see if lunchtime actually gives any more kind of move. Playing with fire here. Playing with fire. I don't even have the comments open right now because I'm just looking at Bookmap, trying to study it. Watching how price reacts. Seeing these orders. Alright, I just saw somebody's order got filled there. It was a decent sized one. It's 24 contracts, 42 contracts, 23 contracts. There are orders getting executed here. $66, $78. I mean, the chart looks terrible. The chart looks terrible. There's 22, 23, 822. 130 contracts were filled at 23,824. So, but nothing's happening, man. Nothing's happening. What are we waiting for? Now something's happening. Will it sustain? Big buyers are starting to come in. Alright, now I can read some comments. Just had to watch Bookmap there just to see if I can learn something. Mustafa, see you later. Take your son to kickboxing. That's sick. Epic. Maybe it can't read certain kinds of orders. Maybe it does not see retail, only institution. I think it can see all the orders. It's just you can't see market orders, right? At least you can in the volume, but you can't see it on the heat map because it's an instant order. So the heat map shows you where orders are resting. So these are all limit orders. So you can see here, cluster of limit orders, cluster of limit orders, cluster of limit orders. But if somebody just hits the market order, right? If they just go market buy, It's not going to show up here. It'll show up on the volume though. You'll see the volume dots grow. So my thesis for the whole day has been that we're trying to get to 23,900. And we've been struggling to get there the whole day, so we might not get there, but I'm curious to see if this zone holds and potentially shoots us there. It does look like some buyers accumulated down here. Okay, I guess not. There are still buyers buying down here at the lows. I just saw a few get. You can see here this big volume bubble. It's filling some orders down here. Those are big orders right there. I think those just got filled. 88 contracts filled at 23,824. 23,824. But it looks like price is not letting up. There are still so many limit orders resting above. But price is not moving up. It's not moving up there. How much does Bookmap cost? Bookman cost. Bookmap costs $80 a month. Just about, give or take. Thoughts on the supports getting stomped out was bullish this morning, but starting to think a bearish break. Yeah, I got no idea, man. Alright, well, this thing is clearly just selling off now. So, what can I learn from this scenario? We did get a small move higher here on the 1 minute. And that was in line with orders, but it seems like, let me see. Yeah, it seems like there's someone, if I had to take a guess, it seems like there's an institution out there, big sellers that are just hitting market orders. Because you don't see the limit orders. At least I don't see them. Maybe there's somebody that's better at Bookmap can see them. Somehow. So where are we on this chart? Breaking these lows. I don't know. This thing, I mean, this thing just looks like it wants to fall off a cliff. I think Bookmap's a little bit useless right now. Don't think it's showing the full picture. I mean, if you look at Bookmap, all you see are these big volume nodes. But you're not really seeing... Okay, it's kind of like glitching out right now. Hello? Like, there's not a whole lot of clarity with the orders. Like, you got all these buy limit orders here. A little bit of a pop. No limit... No real sell orders. But then all of a sudden, see this big volume node? Big volume node? I think those are just market sells. I think that's just a big seller just hammering away. Paris, you're gonna wait until 23.75. 23.753. That's so far away. Why do you think we're gonna get all the way down there? I mean, at this rate, it looks like we will. But I'm just curious why. What's your theory? Entered short at 23.825. Going well. Wonder if it'll go down to 737 or 23740 over the next day. Yeah, I mean, at this rate, this thing is just taking a freaking nosedive. There are orders resting below this low, but I don't think I trust Bookmap at the moment. I mean, I don't even usually trade this long. I'm just staying here because I'm having fun. Yeah, I don't think Bookmap is really useful right now. It's every limit order just seems to be getting rammed through. Here's Bookmap. I mean, look, those are limit orders. There's volume, you know, the limit orders are getting tagged. Limit orders here, tagged. This might be a push up here. I mean, we've taken 137 contracts there, 176 contracts there. I mean, there's a big buyers right here. Right at the lows here. Technically, this kind of looks like an order zone. Now that I look at it. Target for days. All the way up there. Yeah, I don't know if that's even reasonable anymore. Even on a 5-minute chart, that would probably take until after hours to hit, if it does hit. So at this point, might just be a down day for Nasdaq. I mean, it's not really moving too positively, unless this is the time. Unless this is the moment. We have taken out a boatload of liquidity. Well, yeah, I mean we have. I see it on the order book. There's been buyers buy orders all throughout this push down. So, you know, logically, once again, logically, you would think there's an imbalance right now and the buyers are stepping in. We've kind of had that capitulation down from the sellers. High volume candle right there at the bottom. Bro, I am out, thank you. I don't know what I did, TJ, but you're welcome. I would think we would see some kind of reaction here. A little bit more than this. Might be best to watch this on a 5-minute chart. Maybe like a 2-minute. 3-minute. 2-minute. 1 minute. We'll watch it on a 5-minute. Alright, TJ, you scalped that long. Nice, nice. Here's your cha-ching. Let's check the order book. Where are the buyers? Where are the sellers? Some sellers are stacking up at this high. This is the 5-minute chart, remember? But other than that, I don't see any other sellers. Excuse me. It seems like the buyers are definitely outweighing the sellers right now. So there's that high there. Man, I'm having fun with this Apex account. I've just been averaging down all the way down. I practically just full ported the Apex account, and it paid off. But obviously, don't try that at home. This was. I don't care about this account. I'm just experimenting with it with Bookmap. But now I'm holding. And I'm holding until 23,900, guys. For as long as orders are still there. Oh, they may have just been canceled. Oh my God. They're no longer there. The massive amount of orders at 23,900 just got canceled. Look. So you see that red. And now you see how it's cut to black here. So those orders are canceled. Either they don't want to short or sell up there anymore, or they're going into market. I don't know. There's no orders left there. Look at that. Look at everybody's canceled their orders. It could also be that it's noon and, you know, they're taking their order off for now. Who knows? Bro using first time Bookmap. Yes. Yes, that is correct. All right, coming right back down. Okay, so I had 30 micros on this, and I took 20 off there. Good thinking, because man, this thing's coming right back down. So it looks like the last 10 are going to be taken out here. Now on the book map, or on the order book, there's nothing. I think this is a good time for me to get out of here because it looks like noon. I mean, I can see it, right? Like I can see that it's much harder to read the order book, read the price section, which is really interesting. You know, you're always told not to trade in during noon and stuff like that because it's slow or whatever. But to be able to see the slowdown in the orders is pretty cool. Okay, so last 10 they're out. Yeah, this is starting to just look like a falling knife. At this point, I mean, if we don't turn around in this zone, we're probably just going to lows of the day, right over here. Yeah, there's just nothing interesting on the order book, and there hasn't been for a while. I mean, so all right, I'll call it a day there, guys. If you enjoyed, join the free Discord. Link is in the bio. Use code SimpleTrader at Take Profit Trader for 40% off. Use code ST at Apex Trader Funding for 50% off, unless they have a bit better sale. Basically, if you use code ST or if you use code SimpleTrader, you get the best current discount. It auto updates. So if you want the best discounts, use code SimpleTrader at Take Profit Trader, code ST at Apex Trader Funding. And if you want free stuff, go check out the free playlist on YouTube. Go check out the free Discord. Take advantage of all the free resources that I offer. What else? And if you really need help after that, there is the paid course, which course members, if you're in here, I will probably be making a bookmap video in the near future. And by the way, if you purchase the course, all updates are free, no extra charge, okay? It's not, you know, this thing where you have to pay for new courses or whatever. It's one course for life, one payment for life, and that's it. Okay, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. And the next one being tomorrow. Same time.